Alright guys, Kane from Garage 11, and here we are. We've got a pretty fresh project that we've got coming on board for the Garage 11 crew. We're going to take and restore this 2001 RM250. Now, the early 2000s and Suzuki, they mean two things, Pastrana and Sobe. And this is where we're going to go with this bike. It's going to be another Sobe replica. That's what we're going to call it, because they're everywhere, but there's a reason they're everywhere. It's because they're cool. So we're going to be working a lot with our partners, JSV. We're going to be working with bolts to get all the fasteners and stuff done. Vision Concepts are going to be taking care of the graphics on it. We're really going to pull it apart, get it as close as we can. We might even CAD draw and make up some of the replicas of the original stuff, like water pump guards and anything else we might need. The bike's actually, it's in pretty good shape. It is 20 something years old. It's not perfect, but it's definitely a good basis to work from, which is why we're really excited. We're not going to do it as a showpiece. It's going to be clean, it's going to be really respectable, and we're going to ride it. That's the thing. I've always wanted to ride one of these things. I wanted to ride one when I was a kid. I had friends that had them. They had the 125s. Always loved these early Suzukis. They're an iconic bike. There's a lot of history behind them. We're not going to go completely down the rabbit hole with works parts. Some cool stuff comes up for the right price. Sure, we might pick up a couple of things, but we're going to see what we can do with what we've got. Now, it's just one of those bikes. Like, the shape of it was unique. Everything was so cool about it. And what Travis Pastrana did with it, Kevin Windham did with it, they were just an iconic bike, and they looked cool. They had all the right sounds. These RMs these 250s have the best idle. They're big and lumpy and angry. They're a hard-hitting two-stroke, so let's see what we can do with it. We're going to run through it, we're going to pull it apart, same process we would do for a customer bike. We're going to document it, we're going to bring you a lot of the stuff, we're going to talk to you about the suppliers we use, the processes we use, how we do things, stuff we look for. We're really going to try and showcase this one in this new Garage 11 space. We've got the perfect platform to do it, so hopefully we can do it justice. So stick around guys, we'll be bringing you weekly or bi-weekly updates on what we're doing on it. So hopefully we can bring you something really cool and something, hopefully you can take some information away as we go. All right guys, on this RM250, you always see a lot of these different bikes. The older bikes, you look for key things. This thing's got some really beat up swing arm, pivot bearings, the shock's knackered. We rode it, it sounds like the clutch is about to blow up. It is a complete, really clean bike, but as anything with these older bikes, they're subject to abuse, they're getting old, they're a disposable bike, like we've said before, so we're really going to be pulling the brakes apart. Like I said, we're going through everything, but these things in particular, they just seem to, I don't know, these older two-strokes, they just get beat up. So, like I said, competition bike, harsh environments, lack of maintenance, all these things are key factors in, but like I said, this one is a semi-survivor for what it is, so we've really got a good platform to work from. So hopefully we can pull a lot of this stuff apart, fix some of these bits and pieces. I'm fingers crossed, I'm desperately hoping that it hasn't done a gearbox. It is pretty noisy in there, so I'm not being overly optimistic when we split the cases, but it will be cool. Brakes, all that sort of stuff, we'll pop all that apart. We've got a new front end for it, that's the other thing. We've got a late model 07 twin chamber shower front end for it, because this front end, A, it doesn't look very appealing, and B, it doesn't work very appealing. So we're going to put the really nice twin chamber front end in it, which are a known quantity, a really good thing. So yeah, hopefully we can bring you something really cool with this one, guys. We're gonna work pretty hard on this one, show you a few of our coatings, how we achieve sort of different aesthetics and all that sort of stuff.